Jeez. Baby. Oh, man.
Cairo, stop.
Cairo, let go.
Stop.
Cairo, stop. Oh, my gosh. Doggone pop socket. It messed me up. How am I gonna do this? Hello, y'all give me a second. I need to take my case off my phone, but I don't think that is going to happen. So now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna hold this doggone how I'm gonna hold my phone to do this live. Hold on, y'all. Crap. I have this pop socket on my phone and I can't put it in my holder because of the pop socket. Shoot. Hold on, y'all. I might have to get off and come back on, but just give me a second. Shoot. What am I gonna do? Let me see something. Hold on. I might have to. Nope, that's not gonna work. What can I put behind this? Jeez. Gosh darn it. Uh-oh. I got it. Okay. Jesus Lord. Well, that messed me up because now I gotta look this way. But whatever. All right, y'all. Hey, hello, everybody. Let me put the chat up here. Live chat. Oh. Okay, that's not even gonna work either. I can't be touching this, obviously. Else it's gonna fall. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. I haven't been on live in a very long time. So, yeah. How are y'all doing? Give me a second. I want to pull up something that I'm going to read in a little bit. All right, there we go. All right. So, boom. So it'll be all right. Let me see if I'm going to have to lift my seat up some. Well, I can't. Dang. All right. Well, there was something I wanted to talk about tonight, which is kind of interesting about like the subject that I want to talk about, because it just so happened that I got quite a bit of people asking me about this particular thing that it just so happened that I was going to talk about tonight. Hello. So, if you look at the title of the live, the title is obviously Don't Give Up. And that's something that I've had a lot of people message me about today, whether it was about them giving up, not wanting to do this anymore, needing motivation, being overwhelmed, frustrated. It was like about 7-8 people today. So I was like, well, that must be a sign that I am definitely going to be talking about something that needs to be talked about today. So, what I want to do, hey Alicia, so I'm just going to tell you all a little personal story for a moment, and then I'm going to get into the rest of it. So, as a beginner, when you start this, a lot of people don't think about this. As a beginner, you have to make sure your mindset is correct going into this, because there's a lot that's going to go through your mind that's going to test you, and if your mindset isn't right, then you really are going to suffer. Hey, so that's the first thing. You have to make sure your mindset is straight from the beginning, because there's going to be a lot that you're going to deal with. So when I started July 2nd, 2017, and August, September, October, 3 months later, I was ready to quit. A lot of people don't know that about me. Hi, Priscilla. A lot of people don't know that about me, but yes, I was one of those beginners who got lazy. I would say, well, not even lazy. I was just I didn't have that right mindset. I was thinking that I'm going to go into this. I was prepared. I will say that I was prepared at the beginning, but I wasn't prepared for the rest of it. So something I put on my Instagram today was um, anyone can launch a boutique. Launching is easy. Starting it is easy. But growing and maintaining it is where the hard work comes in. You know what I'm saying? Hard work and consistency and all of that, and especially mindset. All of that is what comes afterwards. So I launched, had a great launch. I was prepared for my launch. I got like 40 something sales or something my first month in business, which, I was happy about that. But like most beginners, I did not prepare and think about the long run. I didn't think about maintaining that momentum that I had. I didn't think about growing that momentum that I had. I just kind of just sat back and just thought everything else was going to go on autopilot and I could kind of do things here or there and keep it moving. Which I don't know why I thought that because of my experience in management and retail and all that you all know about. So I'm going to read you all a couple things. So I went through my analytics today and I went back through my analytics from when I started. So I'm going to read you all a few important parts of my analytics from July 2017 when I launched, August 2017, September 2017, October, and November and December. So we're going to go from July to the end of the month. I'm going to read you all how many orders I got, how many sessions I got, how many visits were from Facebook, and how many visits were from Instagram. Okay, so July is when I launched. Like I said, I was fully prepared for launch. I was posting on my Facebook and my Instagram 2 to 3 times a day, 3 weeks before I launched. So I was getting people ready. I was letting them know what I was doing. Multiple times a day, I was showing up on their feeds, whether it was Instagram or Facebook. I was posting different things in my stories on Instagram. I was just making sure that people knew that in 3 weeks, on July 2nd, I was going to be launching an online boutique, and this is what I'm going to be selling. This is when I'm going to launch. This is what time. Like, I had everything planned, okay? So July 2017, I got 46 orders. I had 1,607 sessions. Sessions are not the same as visitors. Now, sessions are just how many times people came to my site. So in July, I had 1,607 sessions. 760 of those visitors were from Facebook, and 43 of those visitors were from Instagram. Now, if you all don't know my story, I was not on Instagram like that when I first started my online boutique, or right before that. I didn't use Instagram like that. I was mostly on Facebook. But as you all know, because of everything that happened and me ended up being banned from Facebook later, that's when I had to start concentrating more on Instagram. Okay. All right. So that was my launch month. My launch month was great. Okay. Oh, what the heck is this? Got hair on now. Sorry. August comes around. I dropped from 46 orders to 28 orders. I went from 1,607 sessions to 629 sessions. So I dropped 1,000. Okay. I had 320 visitors from Facebook. That's down from the 760 that I had from previous month. I had 43 visitors from Instagram, and that went up to 113 visitors from Instagram in August. So what happened was, obviously, when you first launch, you're going to have, especially if you have a lot of family and friends and you have a bigger following on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, you're going to get a lot of people that are coming to be nosy. So your launch month really isn't what you should go by at first, because you're just going to get a lot of people coming to see what you're doing. Some people will order, some people won't. So those sessions I got and those visits I got from Facebook especially were really good, but August is really what I needed to go by. So once again, in August, I got 28 orders, 629 sessions, 320 visitors from Facebook, and 113 visitors from Instagram. That was actually normal. Then I got complacent. I didn't really post as much. Well, I did, but I didn't do as much as I did in June and July. In August, I kind of slacked a little bit. I'm sorry, September, I kind of slacked a lot. I didn't do what I really needed to do. Okay. So September, let's get into the bad numbers. September, I got 5 orders. So I went from 46 28 to 5. 5 orders. 278 sessions. So I went from 1607 to 629 to 278 sessions. Okay. 107 visitors from Facebook and 35 from Instagram. That was a horrible month. October rolls around and I look at my September numbers. I'm upset. I'm frustrated. Dang, why didn't I hardly get any visits? I ain't getting no sales hardly. People aren't really coming. They're not liking my stuff. They're not doing anything for me on Instagram. I'm upset. Still didn't do anything better. October comes and goes. I get 3 orders in October. 254 sessions. 86 visits from Facebook. But October, though, was around the time I started having that problem on Facebook. So, yeah. And then 29 visits from Instagram. That was even worse than September. And I'm literally upset again. Frustrated. I'm mad about all the stuff going on Facebook. I keep getting reported. I can't use Facebook. I'm just upset, obviously. Like, okay, this ain't for me. I already had tried to start that boutique back in 2015, and that didn't work. So now, obviously, me going into these numbers are showing me, Nisha, this ain't for you. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I don't understand. Those were the thoughts that were going through my mind. So October's over. I look at those numbers. November comes, and then I really look at all of the numbers from July from my launch until that October. And then I had to I literally did this. I looked in the mirror, not even kidding you, in the bathroom in my apartment. And I looked at myself in that mirror and I said, Nisha, you got to be for real. Are you really doing what you said you've been doing? You have not really been doing everything, so let's be for real. So I went up to my kitchen table. I wrote down everything that I did in June and July to get those numbers that I got. I wrote down what I wanted to get, what I expected I should have gotten after that launch, like, August and September and October. I wrote down what I really had done, how many posts I had done, had already started my brand ambassador program, but I hadn't really done what I needed to do with it. So I literally wrote down everything. I took inventory of my time, what I had done in the past, what I needed to do, what I wanted, goals, what goals I passed, what goals I did, everything. I wrote down everything, and then I literally looked at it and I said to myself, all right, I haven't been doing shit. I had to be honest with myself. I had not been posting like that. When I first started, like I said, I was posting on Instagram 2-3 times a day. I was posting on Facebook 3 to 4 times, whether it was my personal page and my regular page. I was doing everything I needed to do at the beginning. Then I slacked off. So after I had that hard talk with myself, and I thought about what I really needed to do, I wrote down the steps the plans that I had. Well, okay, you already know. I wrote down my goals, I wrote down my plans, and I wrote down my strategies. I wrote down all of those. And that's when I started doing my GPS. I wrote down all of those. I went back to the app that I was using at the time, which was called Buffer. And then I discovered AppPie a little bit later. Got that app, scheduled out all my content, because I had just finally gotten a job. I scheduled out all of my content. Then I went through my Instagram and went through the posting and see what I had already posted and what I wanted to do and all of that. Looked at what holidays were coming up. Of course, Black Friday and Thanksgiving were coming up. So then I went through my brand ambassadors because they were getting me traffic, but I hadn't really been giving them direction on what I really wanted and expected from them. So I did that. I expanded on that program. I focused more on them. November comes around. I'm doing everything that I said I was doing. Now my numbers went up, but they didn't go substantially up. Okay. But they went up. So in October, you all remember I had 3 orders. So I went from 3 orders to 13 orders. I went from 254 sessions to 326. I went from 86 visits from Facebook to 102 visits from Facebook. I went from 29 visits from Instagram to 45 visits from Instagram. Now, that isn't a whole lot, but it still increased. Every single metric increased. Why? Because I was honest with myself and I started putting in the work. I was super honest. December comes. So from November to December. November, I went from 13 orders to 29 orders. I went from 326 sessions to 807 sessions. I went from 102 visits from Facebook to 474 visits from Facebook. I went from 45 visits from Instagram to 79 visits from Instagram. So I obviously, like I said, I increased again. So I don't want you all to think that after a few months of being in business, that you should be taking off, skyrocket, or whatever. That is possible if you go viral. Or if you got like some celebrity connection, some influencer connection that just pops you up or whatever. If you are not doing everything that is required to grow a new business, you're not going to get the numbers and metrics you want. I just proved it to you with my own numbers, how I got in this mindset that I didn't have to keep doing what I was doing in order to grow and maintain the momentum I had. I started off with a great momentum. Let's go back through those numbers again. July, when I launched, I got 46 orders. I had 1,607 sessions, 760 visitors from Facebook, 43 from Instagram. And I wasn't even using Instagram. I mean, I was, but I wasn't really good at it like I am now. So you all have to remember, you have to crawl before you walk and you walk before you run. I had too many people today, like I said, that were in my inbox and comments and stuff and saying that they were frustrated because they weren't getting sales and they don't understand what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And then I went to some of their pages and I'm like, you're not even doing what you're supposed to be doing. So you're complaining, but you're complaining about yourself, really. You really have to understand it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of strategy so you can use your time productively. Just because you're busy doesn't mean you're productive. There's a difference. I don't work a lot of hours in the day, but I get shit done. There's a difference in being busy and being productive. So you all have to use your time wisely. You have to figure out what you want to accomplish, how you're going to get there, and what to do in order to get there. And then you have to be consistent about your strategies on your journey. If you're not consistent with it, you're going to consistently lose. Got it? Basketball players and like Michael Jordan and whomever, they didn't get to where they go by half-assing it. They were consistent by practicing, researching, experimenting. That's what I did. That whole last part of that year, I experimented with things. I researched things when it came to posting things on Instagram because I couldn't do things on Facebook much anymore. I figured a lot of things out on that journey. And then in December, I was about 90% done with drop shipping. Because you all know I started off with drop shipping Urban OG. And then by December, I was like, all right, I'm going to stop drop shipping. I'm going to actually get inventory. I got inventory. I redid my branding because of photos. And I started taking pictures, having models. And then I started doing events. I started networking. I started collabing with other people. I started using influencers that I knew. And of course, my brand ambassadors. So all of that combined with me constantly throwing out my email list out there to people, letting them know that that's where it was, that in order to get the good deals, in order to know about upcoming sales and new releases and all of that stuff, you had to be on my email list. I push that all the time, constant, always about my email list, always. Kennedy! So those are the top things you all need to do. You need to do events if you can. Well, obviously because of COVID, but if you can't do events, that's fine. So events, networking. Networking doesn't have to be in person. You can do networking online. That's what I did. I did a lot of networking on Instagram. I met a lot of people, got invited to a lot of events, got to meet different celebrities and stuff because I networked with the right people on Instagram. I did collabs with people. Didn't pay them nothing. But I still got to collab with them because I knew how to speak to people. I'm a great salesperson, very charming, very charismatic. And I explain my situation. And when you get to the right people, they want to help. You just have to find the right people. And then, of course, like I said, I had my brand ambassadors, and I researched and experimented on Instagram. But of course, I was also very consistent and frequent in my posting. So, those of you who want to give up or you're overwhelmed and frustrated, don't give up. You really have to have an honest conversation with yourself. Figure out everything that you're doing and not doing. Because I guarantee you, you're most likely not doing what you need to be doing. If you were, you would get those results. And there's another quote that there's this girl I follow here on YouTube. Her name is Vanessa Lau. And I love her. She's awesome when it comes to YouTube and Instagram too. But I watch her mostly for her YouTube advice. And she said this quote. I posted this on my Instagram not too long ago, but she said, if your business hasn't become, no, if your business isn't what you want it to be, it's because you haven't become the person you need to be to run it. And she's exactly right. My business wasn't where I wanted it to be back then, because I wasn't the right person to run it at the time. I wasn't disciplined. I wasn't focused. I wasn't willing to sacrifice certain things. I was being lazy. I was being complacent, and I was full of excuses. So you can either be full of excuses, or you can just go to the bank and not have any excuses. So that's the thing. And something else, make sure you all really learn about marketing. People think that marketing is ads. That's not what marketing is. The basics of marketing is totally different than what most people think. So I actually taught a masterclass 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? Last week. Maybe last week. Around the basics of marketing. If you all don't know, when I went to college, I majored in fashion merchandising with a minor in marketing. I'm sorry. Yeah, fashion merchandising and a minor in marketing. I'm going to say something totally different. So I took a lot of marketing classes. I love marketing. I love everything about all, that aspect. So I highly recommend that class. I don't talk about what a lot of people think you would think I would talk about in that class. And a lot of people who took the class or that watched the replay, they told me that they were not thinking about the things that I mentioned in that class. And it totally hit them in a different way when it comes to what marketing really is. So I highly recommend that class. If you haven't already gotten it, I had a lot of students get it when I had my $2 masterclass sale. A lot of people got it ahead of time, and then they waited till the replay came out when I had already actually done it. So I actually really do recommend that class. And then also something else I have coming up. I made this out of popular demand because people wanted to hear my story, know my story, and figure out how did I get from those numbers I just told you to being more consistent now. So there's 5 pillars that I concentrate on. It's a little bit more, but it's 5 main pillars that I concentrate on when it comes to my boutique business. And I decided to teach those 5 pillars in 5 days. So I'm going to have a boutique intensive. It's going to start February 8th. So for those 5 days, that whole week, we will talk about 1 pillar each day. And then for the rest of the month, everyone will still be in that same group, that same mastermind. We will all juggle ideas off of each other. You can still have access to me. You can go back and watch the classes again. Everything will be live. Every single class that day will be live. You'll be able to talk to me that day. And you're really going to learn a lot because I'm going to tell you all I'm going to show you all how to streamline your focus so that you get to where you want to get in this business. You have to be focused on one thing at a time. You can't bounce from thing to thing to thing and then try to sell everything to everybody and think you're going to make it. You're not Walmart. Walmart and Target are about the only places I know where they can sell. But even then, if you really think about it, they don't. Walmart technically doesn't sell everything to everybody because a lot of people who go to Target don't go to Walmart. And a lot of people who go to Walmart don't go to Target. So technically, they don't sell everything to everybody. You have to have a niche. You have to know who you're selling to. And it has to be, honed in on who you sell to. Most people who are wanting $10, $12 shirts, they're not going to shop with me. And I don't care. I'm fine with that. If you come on my page and tell me that my stuff is expensive, do I care? No, because I know you're not my customer. My customers don't care about that. They care about quality and stepping out and demanding attention. Quality has a price. It is what it is. If you are someone who sells accessories, for example, if you're someone who sells accessories, what kind of accessories are you selling? Figure out what that particular woman, what would she wear with those accessories? Go find someone on Instagram or Facebook who sells what your customer would be wearing. Collaborate with them. Tell them, hey, I see you have models. I love your clothing. I'm a new boutique owner. I only sell accessories. Can I send you some jewelry for your models to wear? Boom. Then you two come up with some kind of like contract or agreement for when she posts and when you post, or maybe she could send you an outfit and you wear the outfit with your jewelry, and then that way you all can tag each other, you all get each other's audiences, go live together, something. You have to think outside the box, research, experiment, and collab. That is the only way you all are going to grow on Instagram, other than the normal strategies of hashtags and going live and using your stories and using reels. Reels is big right now, so make sure you all are doing that. But you all have to think outside the box. You have to figure out, how can I get to where I want to get? Because it's going to take a lot of work. Everything is not going to work. You got to figure out what's working for your audience and your page. What may work for me may not work for you, but you won't know that until you experiment with it. So, I was going to say something else. I forgot what it was. Oh, if you want to do that boutique intensive, you all can go to my website, ikanishaj.com. At the very top in the yellow banner, there's a link there. You can go straight to the boutique intensive to enroll. I'm only letting 15 people join. I had 2 people buy slots yesterday, so I have 13 spots left because I just started yesterday accepting students for my boutique intensive. So like I said, only 15 students, 13 spots are now available because 2 people already bought, or did 3 people already buy? 2 or 3, somebody else, I can't remember. 2 or 3 people bought yesterday when I started talking about it. So yeah, that boutique intensive, like I said, we're going to talk about 5 pillars so you can streamline your focus. And then I also recommend to you all my marketing basics masterclass, so you all can really learn what marketing is. But yeah, that's really all I have for y'all. I really just wanted to let you all know how my numbers looked when I started, because not everyone starts off the way people think. You don't just start off making thousands of dollars and getting thousands of it. Granted, I did get 1,000 visits when I first started, but I didn't keep up with that momentum. I didn't grow. It's Monique, my website is my name. So it's ikanisha.com. ikaneisha.com. And at the very top, like I said, there's a yellow banner. It'll say enroll in intensive or something like that. And you click there and you can go to it. But yeah, I wanted you all to know what my numbers were, because, I didn't start off the way I am now. Like I said, I was drop shipping, so I didn't even have any inventory in my house. So there you go. You just have to know what to do and how to get to where you want to get. So that's all I got for y'all. If y'all have any questions for me, you can go ahead and ask away. But I didn't want to make this live too long. I just wanted to talk to y'all a little bit, just to let y'all know to not give up. Just keep experimenting. Please be consistent in what you're doing. Call attention to your email list, because your money is in your list. The next video, not the next one, I lied. What's today? Thursday? Okay, so I think it's next Thursday. Yeah, next Thursday, I'm going to post a video where you all will see what happened when I had a flash sale and I emailed my subscribers about it. I didn't tell anybody else. I just told my subscribers. And so we're going to talk about that, and you all will get to see my results from that. It was very interesting. So I let them know first. And then about an hour or so later, I let people know on Facebook. And then the very next day, I let people know on Instagram. So, yeah, we're going to talk about what happened when I sent my email subscribers an email at 11 o'clock at night, letting them know about a flash sale I was going to do. So, yeah. All right. So, my next video on Tuesday will be all about the lessons I have learned as a boutique owner for the past 3.5 years. And then the video that will be the next Thursday will be the one about my email subscribers. So definitely tune in for those 2 videos. They're going to be quite interesting, especially the one with the email subscribers. Yeah, make sure you all do tune in to that. And yeah, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, DM me on Instagram. We can chat it up there. Talk to me in the comments, DMs, whatever. I'm not always, but I look at it when I can because I'm always doing something. All right, guys. If y'all don't have any questions for me, I'm gonna go. I'll just wait about 2 minutes just in case someone is typing. Let me press chat because I didn't even get to see in the chat. Okay, there we go. All right, y'all. So let me know if you have questions for me, and I need to get some stuff done as usual. My son's birthday is in 4 days, y'all. My baby's gonna be 1 in 4 days. Can y'all believe that? Ooh, I had a lot of sessions today. 97 today. 98, sorry. It just popped up. 98. All right, well, if y'all don't have any questions for me, I am going to go. Oh, if anybody on this live ordered my boutique planner, there was a formatting issue, so it is delayed again. Hopefully, I will have them in the next 2 weeks or so, and then yeah, I'll send those straight out. But I'm going to email everyone who already put in their order for the boutique planner. If you're not aware, if you go to my website, you'll see under digital reading, there'll be a Boss Slaymates online boutique planner. It's the planner I created just for online boutique owners. You literally plan out your whole year. You plan out, like, you track your inventory, your social media, you track your month, your year, your GPS, you have affirmations. It's a lot in there that I put in there, vendor lists, everything. But yeah, it was an issue with the formatting. It didn't come out right, so I needed them to redo it. So unfortunately, yeah, that happened. But yeah, all right. So I'm gonna go, you guys. Thank you all for tuning in for this 30 some minutes. And if y'all need me, you know where to find me on Instagram at royal_aries325. So I will see y'all later. Bye, boss playmates.